Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line. And if you walked on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
Strange Tales 136, I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. And I wanted to show it to people.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
Hey, yo, what's happening? What is happening? We are out here again, hanging out with Mr. Jason Pharo. What's up,
Pops?
man?
What's up?
Where's my freaking at? Oh, Jesus. I'm prepared, ain't I?
That's all good. I was rushing too. So.
Yeah, hat club, y'all. Yeah,
there you
right?
go. Now we got the hat.
Right. I got no background up here, nothing. I haven't been in this studio like in a week. You know. Thanks for the for that little picture of your mug too. That was perfect. I was like, I'm gonna stick that in the promo.
I saw that.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick his little face right up there on my wall, like it's on my wall, right?
Yeah. I didn't break the internet with it, so I got that going for me.
Hey, even if it breaks, man, you know they fix it the next day. What?
This is true. This is true.
You know. Welcome to the Madness Comic Network, bro. It's good to finally get you out here, talk to you about what you do.
Yeah.
You know.
I was on here once before. I was on here with Chris from Homebrews. Yeah, but yeah, this is my first debut. Is just me, so I'm excited.
So I have all your web pages already, like loaded up.
All my stuff.
You can pull it up, or I can pull it up. It doesn't matter. However you're more comfortable.
Well, I'm not too StreamYard inclined, even though we have a StreamYard. That's not usually my shtick. So if you would do it, that'd be great. I got to get better at it for sure.
Every time you get comfortable in it, they switch some crap up anyway. So
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't get. They're always changing something. It's
always.
So I do have. I'm gonna put your Instagram on a banner.
Okay. Yeah, man.
And let that tick across the bottom.
Awesome.
And people can go look at that. And we'll start with. You want to start with the actual campaign?
Yeah,
or
sure.
You want to start with your website? I mean, it's either way.
We could start with the campaign. I think it's the most pressing thing I got going right now for sure.
Well, I mean, you're 2 backers from 100.
That's it. I have this. I was just making a graphic when I was at work before I came here. First, I want to say thank you for you to Pops for just giving me this time slot because I know it wasn't ideal, but thank you.
As long as it's before everybody else comes out. You know what I mean? Like 8, 9 o'clock, then all the big boys come out, and then we get no views.
I literally rushed from work, and so I work I work for the federal government. So I come home. Hey, Chris, I come home. Yeah, I got my work 12-hour days. So so I rush home, and here I am. So.
Yeah,
I even eat yet. I literally came up here and jumped on this and everything. So
and the good thing about this also is this will be the featured video up there until the next time I do a video.
I hope you don't lose followers because of that.
You're gonna get replay views from the YouTube channel, right?
Right.
I mean. How many days you got left on this thing? You got 4.
I think at
4
8
days?
o'clock tonight. Yeah, for 8 o'clock tonight. After 8, it'll be 3 because we launched at 8 o'clock on the 4th. So but I mean,
I'll just leave it up as this interview up as the featured video on my YouTube channel until it's over.
I appreciate that very much. I mean, we're 2 backers from 100, which is pretty awesome, and then we're also. Less than 300 hours away from 4,000, which is our next stretch goal. We did, so that's where we're hoping we land at 4,000, even though we're fully funded. It's all gravy at this point. Right. But we're putting out a lot of stretch goals and stuff. We've already accomplished. We had a draw this in your style contest. Right leading up to campaign launch, and those 3 first, second, and third place winners, they actually are our very first stretch goal. Their posters are going to all of our physical backers. It was pretty awesome. I had a massive turnout for that. I didn't really expect. Yo, what's up, Jerry? That's my dude, Jerry. All my Savage
Sandbox. If you're bringing people, tell them to subscribe, bro.
They got to subscribe. Always subscribe. They know the deal. We have a YouTube channel that we use for the Savage Sandbox. These guys know the deal.
Oh yeah, give me that. Put the link to your channel in the private chat too. Because
I will do. You got it. You got it.
I share everything, man. Everything.
I forgot to send that to you, honestly, but we so We had three first, second, and third place winners, and we added their stuff to as of 3 posters because really fantastic. I had a huge turnout, and so many wonderful people wanted to draw the Convictor. So many fantastic artists from across indie comics, and they put the a really massive turnout. I think I had 17 entries, which is I didn't even expect to get half of that. So I had my followers vote.
Anybody we know?
Yeah, let's see. I have first place was an artist called Mag Art. He's really big on Instagram. Mag Art was our first place, and our second place was a fantastic artist in colors, Bia Navarro. She does a lot of burlap stuff. And then our third place was a really surprise entry, a really fantastic follower of mine. His name is Steve Ray. He's from the UK, and he came in with a third place entry. And yeah, they're just really awesome. And I feel very fortunate that I had 17 of them. And so what we did was we gave the first, second, and third place winners. We made those posters, and then we end up hitting our second stretch goal, which was 2,500, and we hit that. And I decided to take all the other artwork from the other people that submitted the draw this in your style artwork, and we were making trading cards with those images. Nice. Because I had there was such fantastic pieces of art out there that we just had to use them, because at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, everyone took the time to draw my character, and it's the least I could do. And it's a huge thank you for everything that they did. But sorry, I'm trying to type this in. All right, it's in there. All right. But yeah, and so now we're creeping up on. We just crossed, and this one's really big and near and dear to my heart. I don't even think I didn't even put it up and update it in the Kickstarter yet. I'll do that when I get off of here. Hello. We just crossed 3,500. Now, 3,500 was my dream funding. You have your funding that you need to make the book. And then I always have like a dream. So 3,500 was where I wanted to kind of, was my realistic goal. So we hit that, and that's important to me because this book that I have on Kickstarter right now, Resurgence, I used to make in the 90s ash can mini comics. I used to make black and white Xerox mini comics, ash cans. You know the term. I use that term nowadays. A lot of folks don't know what I'm saying. But I made these mini comics, and what we did, I would just give them to my friends. I'd hang them in my art class in my high school, and whatever. So when I was going to do this book, Resurgence, which is very much a 90s book, I hear a lot that my character, the Convictor, is very much a 90s looking character. The pouches and the plating and the bodysuit. Very cool, and that's a compliment to me. So this book is is like a 90s book. So what I did was I used those old ash can comics. I used two and a half. Like I had another one small, but I combined these ash cans. And what's up? What's up, Doc? I combined these ash cans into this story right now of this book I made. So this book is literally a retelling of my several of my old 90s ash can comics.
Right.
And so I have these gang members that my character faces. I combined, there's 9 gang members in this book now because I took different parts of my ash cans and used this gang members. So this is it's a retelling of those ash cans. It's literally, the action is almost panel by panel taking from these old black and white comics I would make, right? And so when we hit 3,500, my goal was to reprint those old ash cans as well. So me, me as a creator and a huge comic book fan, I would love to get the comic book and then the ash cans that it was inspired by.
Right.
Because I love stuff like that. I love detail. I love depth. I love, connective tissue there. I love that stuff. And as a person, that's what I would go for. So we we end up hitting, we hit 3,500, and I was so stoked about it because I've been wanting to reprint these and give them to the people that backed Resurgence as just like a little. I'll have my commentary in it, stuff like that. Because a lot of these books these ash cans are incomplete because up here in the Northeast we had a Hurricane Sandy. And it destroyed a good portion of my old artwork. I had them stored and I had a garage come down, and I lost so much of my old stuff. So I was able to piece it. Yeah, it was rough. It was really sad for me.
Man, I had some friends that got flooded in this last big storm. A few months ago. My friend JD Calderon and Daphne Lees, their basement got flooded. He lost.
Yeah, man, I tell you. It was a heck of a storm, and so what I was able to do is we hit this 3,500 goal, and I'm so happy. That was my dream to be able to reprint these, because again, me as a fan, I would love to have backed a book, and they say, hey, because I even like it when I get sketch art, that led to the book. I love getting that stuff too. So now you're getting kind of that. You're getting the original Xeroxed ash can comics that I made that you can look at and then match it up with Resurgence. And say, okay, I can see where this happens here, this happens. So I kept a lot of the details same. So we hit that mark, and I was thrilled. I was really thrilled. It was something I was really wanting to do. Thank you very much, Doc. So now
I do have a question. How much of a fan base did you have built before you dove in on this one by yourself?
I'll tell you something. This is my second book. My first book was a book called Hunter's Moon, the Convictor Hunter's Moon. And we launched that in August of 2020. And I had spent a good portion of time before that just being a presence on Instagram, putting up my art, and then I got into doing lives. I did Instagram lives. And I did those weekly or whatever. And I was, followers would ask me, hey, why is your character like this? Why is it this? Why is it that? How come this is like that? And I would answer their questions. And now, mind you, this Convictor character of mine, I've created him when I was 10 years old. So he is literally 37 years old. Okay. I've carried him around all this time.
He's evolved like a Pokemon, hasn't
he? Yeah. And he has. Absolutely. And what I ended up doing was I only decided to make it a true real comic. Right on, Mighty Geek. True real comic. When I was like 46, I was writing a bucket list. And my son, who was home from the Army, said, hey, Dad. He goes, because I'm writing the typical bucket list stuff, like skydiving and, all this stuff. And he said, Dad, he goes, why don't you make a real comic for this character you've been drawing for all these years, even since he could remember? So I did it. And, we created this story. And it was like, a matter of fact, my followers are very involved in creating this story. We had a fun little poll we put on Instagram. And it was like, if my character could face a classic movie monster, who would it be? And so it ended up being the Wolfman was like, or werewolf. Wolfman was number one, and right below him was Dracula. So I created a story, and it was originally going to be a one-shot comic and whatever. But the more I rewrote the story and the more the story evolved, I realized it could fit into chronological order in my universe. Right. So I used it to expand some of the larger aspects that I have for this story arc for this character. So we did great, and I went to Kickstarter. I was terrified, and for my first book, Hunter's Moon, and we smashed it. We funded in 90 minutes, and I think it was a $5,000 campaign, and we had over 140. We had 147 backers from that campaign. So it was massive. And that was all grown organically via Instagram and Facebook and, just chatting about this character of mine. So here's book two in the overall arc. And we did very well. We funded in this and just under, November was a rough month because everybody had a Kickstarter in November. I did not do my research. I did
not know why everybody thought that a crappy economy at Christmas was the time to launch a book. Man,
and by everybody, you mean me, because I also did not think that.
I mean everybody.
Yeah,
I can back maybe one or two at a time like this because any extra money you guys going toward
you're right.
Shit,
And
I mean, we can't back everything we want to back this time of year. You know that, right?
And that was a huge oversight on my part. And matter of fact, I was talking to my team. I said, I will never launch in November again because it's oversaturated. And you're right, with the holidays coming. Now, that being said, we funded in 12 hours and we're sitting at, 37-17. So, I mean, considering we did very well. And I take that as a win. So,
and this was the one thing I was going to say. We had a lot of people that didn't have a huge fan base trying to take advantage of Christmas gifts or, people would buy their books and give them away as Christmas gifts or whatever, which is a great idea if you already have a huge fan base. Right. You're going to sell books either way. If you're all, I'm talking to big boys. They don't care. They can do it whenever they want. Polito and those guys, they can launch whenever they want. They're going to sell books. They have a fan base that will support that no matter what time of year it is. Crappy economy or not, Brian knows he's going to have 1,000, 2,000 backers.
Sure. Well, of course.
He's going to sell books. The people that don't have that gigantic 20,000 people Facebook group and the kind of presence that he already had for decades, Lady Death, Evil Ernie, that stuff been around forever, right? Same thing with like EBS. He's out there killing it with Cyberfrog, but he had a 3-decade advantage over you guys. He can sell anytime.
Yeah.
So you come out, you fund early, which has to be okay. I already know that's a huge weight off the shoulders. Now you get to have fun promoting it. It's not, am I going to fund? And it's not always worried. At the same time, fulfillment is more work. Yeah, you go from the promotional side of it to time to go to work. Got to get these things printed, get it all, get them all packaged up and all that, man. I mean, the work doesn't end.
Well, the good news, I was very fortunate with this book because actually, technically, I was drawing several pages of this book early in 2020 because this was originally going to be my first book until the Hunter's Moon book took a life of its own and we ran with it because it had a lot of steam. So we wanted to go with it. And so I was very fortunate. I was several pages in on this already. So that puts me a little ahead of the curve. I think our fulfillment is scheduled for February. So that should be no issue because we're working at a pretty good clip. I have a fantastic team. I can't, my team members alone, I can't thank them enough for all the hard work they do. And, I'm just the artist, and the inker and the writer. I got a colorist who's like phenomenal, and I got 2 great guys. And my colorist is Cristiano Cruz. And I have 2 fantastic cover / pinup guys, which is Steve Kennedy. All right, Steve Kennedy is from the UK, great guy. That's Cristiano right there. And then we have Dennis Valencia, my go-to cover guy, and that is Steve Kennedy from the UK. So good guy. Steve Kennedy is a great guy. These guys, I'm really fortunate, and of course, there he is, my editor and sounding board and letterer. One, Christopher Michael. So,
that looks like my kind of dude right there. I'm just
Chris is a good guy. I tell you what, he's a good dude, and he's he's really. I have a good team around me. The first go around, we had a couple of hiccups in our first campaign, but we learned a lot of lessons and we applied them, and that's what you got to do. And so we're doing well. We're ahead of the curve. Remember I said I'm drawing pages regularly. Sounding board. That's right. That's what you are. How many times he acts like he doesn't know what I'm talking about, because how many times do I call him up and say, hey, what does this sound like, or what do you think of this, or should I do this, or should I offer this?
And I keep forgetting that it's one and the same. Yeah, that's my kind of guy. I know who we're talking about.
Yeah, that's good. Yep, same guy. That's Chris from Homebrew. And Right. So yeah, my fan base, I will tell you, my fan base is not gigantic, but they are rabid. I've been told that they're, excessively fanatical, and we like to call them we actually call them convicts, convictor convicts. I don't know. I didn't coin the phrase. One of my other followers coined the phrase, and here we are. So that's what we call them. But now I have some fantastic followers and supporters. They really love being behind the project and stuff. So they're good people, and I couldn't have done any of this. I'm an old guy with a dream. From a little kid fantasy of making his own comic books with his character he created. So I wouldn't be doing any of this without my followers and my supporters. So
I see a little Bullet Club action going on up there.
Oh yeah, a little bit. That's a little NWO Wolfpack is because that's our Savage Sandbox. We use the
I didn't know if you
NWO
were
type
old
writing.
enough to go. I didn't know if you were old enough to go all the way back to the Wolfpack, but Bullet Club, Wolfpack.
Pops. I'm going to be 50 in March. So
yeah, well, I mean that's.
I know the Wolfpack.
That's still kind of a pup to me, but yeah,
yeah, I know Wolfpack. I even remember red and black Wolfpack.
Yeah.
So so that's what us guys in the SSB we like to use a lot of NWO type. Just because it's cool, black and white. That's why if you see in the photo there, I got we have a wolf logo for the Savage Sandbox, and that's what it is. That's our Wolfpack stuff. It's just something we do for fun. It really has no real meaning behind it, right? Real meaning behind it, but it's just something we like doing. And so yeah, it's definitely Bullet Club, Bullet Club, the Click, you name it. So. Fun fact, I used to be a professional wrestler.
Really?
I was an independent professional wrestler. I was an MMA fighter, professional fighter first. And then when I retired fighting, I got into professional wrestling and retired from professional wrestling when I turned 40. Nice. So at this point, 9 years ago.
You're going to have to give me some indie stories sometimes.
I got Pops, I got a million of them.
Dude, I'll get James Eric Hodgson out here. He's the guy that draws he drew the Rowdy Piper.
Yeah.
I'll get him out here, and you guys can talk wrestling.
Oh man, wrestling! I can talk it all day. So,
dude, sweet, yeah, man. I've seen one of them shows, a comics versus wrestling show where everybody that does something that involves both.
All right, what we got here? These are the posters from our winners. All right, the one in the middle is our first place. The one to which would be your left, the split face design. That's that's our second place winner, and the third place with the convictor crawling is the third place. So
those are amazing. Good stuff.
I tell you what, I was blown away by the level of art that came through on this. So I was very fortunate.
And those trading cards that you're going to get.
Yeah, and now we have so many. Now that's just a few that you have, because what they're going to feature is I have one of my team member Steve Kennedy working on them. What we're going to do is going to feature a lot on one side, the draw this in your style art that you're seeing now. That's what all that is on the front, and on the back we'll feature a particular. In my world, I call the Convictor's world the Convictorverse. So the Convictorverse is a little factoid, either about one of these characters or a factoid about, the world that he inhabits, or even him himself. So they're going to have some pretty cool information on him. So one side will be art, and the next side will, there you go. All right. Next indie wrestler. The next side will be some information. So a factoid and stuff. So I'm pretty excited for these. I think we'll have, I think we're going to end up, it looks like don't quote me, don't hold me to this, but I believe we're looking at either 18 or 19, maybe even 20 of these cards. We're not sure yet, because we're pulling in we have some other art that we want to add to them too. So
he's not talking about you, Chris. He's talking about the other Chris, the red dress Chris. There's a show called The Morning Roast.
Okay.
With Sugar Chris and Sim, right?
Right.
And Pale Rider been trying. He gets everybody to draw Chris in a red dress. They just got this thing about putting Chris in a red dress, right?
Yeah, I got you.
So every stream he gets on, that's the first thing he says. He don't even say hi, yo. He don't even say hey, yo. He's like, hey, you need to put Chris in a red dress.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they have a morning show. It's called
Okay.
the Morning Rush. They come out and do the same thing. They talk about people's projects.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's what we do. We promote everybody with their. Okay, we got Dash Camp now. Is there a next? What's the next stretch goal?
All right, the next. I haven't put it up yet, but the next. It's actually up on my Instagram. But the next stretch goal we're going at we have two. If we hit 100 backers, we have a amazing fantasy number 15 homage cover of the Convictor, doing the Spider-Man swinging with the guy under his arm. So we have that. We're going to give that as a pinup for 100 backers.
Pinup. And a cover and a variant cover?
No, not a cover. It's an homage of Amazing Fantasy. I got a lot of variant covers. I try to limit how many variant covers I have because at the end, when it comes to fulfillment or printing, it gets nutty. It really does. Because we had a lot of covers on our previous one.
That whole top row back there.
I see.
That's all the Lady Death homage covers.
Yeah.
Last couple years. I like the homage covers, man. As soon as you said Amazing 15 homage, I was like,
Yeah, it's a mock-up. Yeah, it's a mock-up of that cover as a pinup. We do have one of our covers is an homage cover though of The Dark Knight Returns. We do have that.
Yeah,
That's
I saw that.
Covers.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you can also get that in a holographic foil too, because I can't say it's a '90s book without doing a holographic cover.
Right.
And,
it's got to be shiny.
Yeah. So if we hit that's right. If we hit 100 backers, we're going to give everybody that Amazing Fantasy homage pinup.
Okay, so that's only two backers away with 3 days. That's going to happen. Everybody's going to get that. Everybody's going to get an Amazing Fantasy pinup.
I'm generous, and my artists, I do the interior art, but my pinup and my cover guys, they are like literally Dennis and Steve are like two machines. They're always pumping out things. So I have a lot of material.
You see this up here, right?
Yeah, I see them. Yep.
You see all these? We got Coffin, we got, Blood and Bullets, we got a whole bunch of them on here, but we don't have a Convictor on here.
Not yet.
What's your 4,000 stretch goal going to be?
4,000 is going to be a sticker pack. I
was going for the pin.
I know. Pin is. I did look at pin is something that we talked about, and we're going with the sticker pack because I have several characters. It's several characters from my books and my large universe. Because not everything I have is just the Convictor, so I have other characters as well. So we're tossing in this the sticker pack of all these characters.
Trish Bankston, right?
Sounds familiar, but I'm really terrible at names. I had a lot of combat sport injuries right here. So
she made me a whole bunch of these.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She made me a whole bunch of these. Got the business card on the back, right? And the pin.
That's cool. Yeah,
all different ones, right? So you could have your different characters on different pins. Have your business card on the back.
That's cool.
Dude, and
she hooked me up. I realize now in hindsight that if I was saying that this was a '90s inspired comic, I probably should have done pins. Pins were huge in the '90s.
But I'm just throwing this out there. At when you add the stretch goals, like stuff like that's really cost effective. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you have to send out 120 of those, it maybe costs you $50, but you got 500 on that stretch goal. You earn.
I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to say this right now. I only got we have 3 days left. I'm going to say this. If for some reason we hit 4,500.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, I will do.
Give me a reason to push. Go ahead.
I'll put this on a button right here, the mask icon.
Oh, there you go. Well, you should have that on it anyway. You should have that on one anyway.
Right. So okay, you heard it here first. If we hit 4,500, in 3 days, that Jason Pharo, the creator of the Convictor, will do buttons.
Cool. Yeah, they like I said, I got a great price on and I took them and just handed them out to people at the con when I went to the con.
I do like buttons. I actually have some buttons that I had from the 90s, late 80s, 90s up here on my art desk. I got a Venom one from McFarlane, and got a couple other things back there. So
I got them all over this curtain right here.
Yeah. So all right. So
on the hat, on the curtain, it's like they're everywhere. Just stickers are everywhere. They're on my coffee cups and everything.
What's up, D? If we hit 4,000, then we're gonna do the sticker pack. We hit 4,500, and then you know what? We'll do buttons too.
All right,
that's the least I could do.
We got Corey Barton in the chat. You want to play this? You want to play this video?
Sure.
Yeah, let's play the video. Y'all want to see the video, right? Everybody. All right.
That was a promo video for the. Now that's awful 90s, isn't it? Now I'll tell you something pretty cool. That song right there is a song that I have the rights to. A local band of mine who's very much 90s metal. Right. That's
they'll still try to give me a strike for it. I'm just letting you know.
90s metal, and they actually created a song for my character. That's called "Far From Life," and it's the Convictor theme. It's something that, matter of fact, we have a tier for I think it's our 25-hour Far From Life tier that actually has you can get the actual whole CD from this band. The band is called Dying Light, and they're really awesome 90s inspired metal.
This is another thing. I've had panels out where I've had comic guys that have music involved in their campaigns. I've had whole panels on this where we brought people out that offer some kind of a MP3 or in some cases like Matt Knowles, you got a CD and vinyl.
Like I said, you backed that Far From Life bundle. You're actually getting the CD.
Yeah, there you go, y'all. I love.
You actually get this right here. This CD right here.
There you go. There you go.
Dying Light. They're a great band. They got, like I said, very right on D. Very 90s inspired metal. There are several of them are good friends of mine, and I didn't ask them to create a song. They did. And so it was really cool. And now my character has a theme song, and we use it all over the place. So it's pretty cool. We got a lyrics and we got an instrumental version. So very awesome. It's called Far From Life.
That is most excellent. I did. A couple months ago in CromCon, I had a closing panel at the end of the evening, and everybody that came out was somebody who actually had music as part of their campaign.
Yeah.
So if I do that again, I get another guy. Hey, man, come on. And we played the music. I mean, we played music. We just talked music and comics and, for 3 hours.
Of course. Cool. Absolutely. Music. I think music and comics go together. I mean, me personally, when I'm drawing my comic, I literally have I create a soundtrack of songs that remind me of what this book is about. Right. And then I play it over, much to my wife's dismay. I play it over and over and over because it puts me where I need to be. It puts me in that world. These songs help me connect with the characters that I'm drawing, and and so it just really helps me immerse myself into what I'm doing. So
yeah, my music lets everybody know, and everybody in the house know when I'm going live. Either the Monday Madness theme or the CromCon theme or something. Yep. Comes staring out the computer. Everybody's like, "Oh crap, we're going live." But yeah, man, this is like good looking stuff. I also want to show
Thank you.
off your webpage, man, before
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
we
And
get
we
too
have a
far, have to do this share thing all over again. That's the only thing that about StreamYard that kind of sucks is that you can't just jump around from one
no, yeah. Oh,
from
trust me.
one screen to another in that
I know that
background.
pain all
Pull
too
up
well.
whichever one you want. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, we got Pharo's Creative Studios, y'all.
Yep. Yep.
And
That's
let me drop that link in the chat real quick,
yeah.
and then we'll.
Thank you. We have that, and it links to our Convictor only website up here. It says "Enter the World of the Convictor." Also, that links to a parent site that's solely about the Convictor. So,
Whoa! I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I will be back
it's
in
all
like
good.
a few seconds.
No problem.
Just
We'll see
talk
what you
away,
see.
man. You're good.
Yeah,
Just
no,
talk
yeah.
away.
I mean, what you're seeing playing here right across the front of the website, or these are some of our covers for Resurgence. This was a cover by Nate Broughton, and this is my cover. That's my just the Convictor's mask on a black cover, also featured in holographic. And we have our Dark Knight Return homage cover, which will also be featured in a holographic choice as well. So, and this is our cover again by Nate Broughton called it's called Unstoppable. And it's also, if you look closely, I'm sure you've seen that fight scene before. It's also Dark Knight Returns inspired. So, yeah, we, you can't. Dark Knight Returns was very influential to me as a young artist. So, and this was done by Dennis Valencia. This right here, this homage cover is done by Dennis Valencia, my amazing cover artist. And again, from Nate Broughton. And the next one will be from yours truly. I like the Death of Superman comic covers when they came out. It was just like the logo, and it was just on the surface like that. So that's kind of my little loosely inspired cover homage to that. So.
Oh, man, I can't stop sneezing over here.
That's all right. It's that time of year, man. So many sick covers. Well, thank you, Chris.
I got this thing about when I hear something named like Death of Superman,
yeah,
or something like that, then I usually want to go find it and show it off. And it's like the reason I do this particular one, I love this. I'm glad you brought this up. I really am.
Yeah, that is literally what I'm talking about. That is so profound to me as a kid. When I had that,
I got about 30 of these.
Yeah, I think I got all the couple of variants of that one too. I just was I had the blood one. It was just so, I mean, I guess I wasn't really a kid. I was a young adult, but it was very profound to me. It really just hit you right in the feels. And it's clean. It's clean and simple. And that's what I wanted to do with this cover. I wanted to do something clean and simple. And
this one's kind of scored up. I think I'm going to open this one.
Oh,
the bag's kind of scored up on the front. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the one that was like right in the front of the filing cabinet. So it's been rubbing against the metal on the front of the filing cabinet. I think I'm going to open this sucker right now just because.
Yeah. Here on the website, you also find all my socials. They're right there: our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and email. So you can get a hold of me several different ways if you need to. And of course, we have a button for the Kickstarter right there.
And because they've killed off Superman again,
yeah, man just can't stay on.
We're going to send him back off the way they should have just left it in the beginning.
Yep.
Oh look, I forgot about those. Look at that. There you go.
Yeah, those are cool. I was all about that.
Forgot about the card, didn't it? All right, let's see. Y'all remember what this one looks like?
Oh yeah.
Y'all remember?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's great. I tell you that. Yeah, 90s were a great time. It was a great time. Yeah, it was a great time for comics.
And they just went past 1,000.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and this book probably won't never get no love.
Yeah, that's cool though.
That was the 500th Adventures of Superman, whether you liked it or not. Yeah, I forgot what that looked like inside. That's good stuff.
That is great art though. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not bad. Just try to remember how it used to be, y'all.
Yeah, comics.
So yeah, this is what else do we got here? You can buy I'm assuming you can buy one there, right?
Yeah, we got up top the Enter the World of Convictor. That takes you to the Convictor specific site.
Okay.
Down below that we have the our shop for our apparel. That'll take you and get you can get some shirts, hoodies, hats, all that kind of great stuff. And then this is the Convictor site, and this has several of our different characters that are familiar to the Convictor's world, so you can pull them up and stuff like that. And we have a fan art button. We have fan art. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff up here. So you hit one of those buttons, it'll cycle through characters.
Hellwolf.
Yeah, Hellwolf. Yep, Hellwolf's another. He's in he debuted another old character of mine I created when I was probably 12 or 13, and he is just a character I drew, and I decided to redesign him with that image right there about a year and a half ago, and he blew up. I had no idea he'd be that popular. He was so popular that we put him in our Hunter's Moon book because of his popularity. So we added him to that title with his. So he's our Australian mercenary. He is he's a sarcastic little guy. He's always he's an opportunist. And he even though he would rather, if he doesn't have to fight, he won't. But if you corner him, he will. And he's a tough little Aussie, a villain. He's a villain as well. So,
all right. So let's see who else? You want to look at Conjure?
Conjure, yeah. Conjure's our resident sorceress. She. I don't know how much stuff we have. I don't think we have a lot new Conjure stuff floating around, but she is another character I drew when I was younger and redesigned probably a year ago, and she also got excessively popular. But she's always been a part of the Convictor mythos. She actually has she's a villain, misunderstood, I should say, and we got quite a bit of stuff for her coming in the future. That's Sidewinder. Sidewinder is very much the foil to my Convictor. He is another professional gun for hire. He is a character that is very formidable and can literally be one of my few characters that can go toe to toe with the Convictor. And he's a really fun character. He's all about the money. He's think Deadshot, very similar makeup. So he's a cool character. He's his black and white scheme, and he's very cool. One of my favorites. He doesn't get enough love. I see these characters are up here, but they're actually coming in later books. Okay. He doesn't get enough love though. He's a really cool character, and
we're gonna look at fan art right now.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of that. That's for sure. And that's not even half of it. Hey, I know a guy drew that one. He's in the chat. That's for my daughter. That's her cat Victor. That's a Sidewinder, another fan art for Sidewinder. And again, there's Cat Victor, drawn by another young girl. And this is obviously it's Caliber from Homebrewed Comics and the Convictor. That's Convictor as Luchador. That's a really Convictor. Yeah, Convictor face off with Hellwolf. We got there's a lot of stuff out there. That's again, my daughter drew that. I had to put that up there. That's awesome. There's another piece that was taken after our Hunter's Moon. Somebody saw. Here's another Conjure fan art from Jack Sloan. Yeah.
I was going to say, go ahead and act right now. Go ahead and just act like this is the last 10 minutes of your campaign.
Yeah.
You really want people to back this book. Tell them why.
All right. I'm going to tell you something right now. This is a character that I can tell you right now that I literally, my teeth were cut on, and he was inspired by Daredevil. He was inspired by Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. He was inspired by the original Eastman and Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And he was most certainly inspired by Mr. Monster from Michael Gilbert. If anybody's familiar with Mr. Monster. So these characters all over the stretch of 10, 15 years formulated this character into what now. I didn't really settle on his complete identity until the early 90s. So at this last 10 minutes of my campaign, I'm going to tell you, if you like ninja and you like vigilantes, I got one better for you. I have a ninja vigilante. And a ninja vigilante that has something other characters don't have. My character is not superhuman. What he has is a superhuman trait, though. He has a superhuman trait called indomitable will. He has unbreakable will. Now, I will tell you, that sounds really awesome, but I'm going to tell you something. It's his greatest strength. It's also his greatest weakness. He cannot quit. Physical well-being be damned. This man cannot quit. He suffers from severe tunnel vision. It was a gift that was given to him upon birth. I cannot say why, but we'll explore that later in the series. But he has, we call indomitable will. He is unshakable. And again, because of that, he could take a severe beating. And if you have my previous book, Hunter's Moon, which is also available on this campaign as a catch-up bundle called Avatar's Path, you can find out exactly what Indomitable looks like because it is on full display in Hunter's Moon. Now, he is gifted a supernatural abilities. He is not super powered, but he is a normal man with supernatural abilities. He is an avatar of retribution. He is giving a primordial deity has attached themselves to him and made him, unbeknownst to him, he is a avatar of retribution. He seeks out the wicked and he purges them from this earth if they are deemed unredeemable. So that is very much the character. And he has no idea that he is this thing. So now couple indomitable will with being an avatar of retribution for some god that you don't even know exists. That is the makeup for the convicted. Now, this story here takes place several months after my first series, and in this series, everything is turned up a notch. We went from 8 to 11. I am taking one ninja vigilante, again, who I say is just a normal man with indomitable will. That is a superhuman trait. He himself is not superhuman, and putting him in a very narrow alleyway with 9 armed gang members. Now, easy to look at my character and say, man, he could handle that no problem. But Kenny, numbers on the side, 9 versus 1, the potential there is not to be as clean cut as you believe.
Right.
And it's a narrow alleyway. The whole story takes place in one alleyway.
Wow.
Yes. The entire story.
Check this out, everybody. I was looking at the prices over here. Okay. You see 100 backers and $3,700, and you're looking at these. We got 15. Obviously, you got 15 new fans that jumped on the physical catch-up. Okay?
Yes.
Fans that like physical copies that jumped on that.
Those are usually. Yep.
That's 15 noobs.
New backers. Yep. They're new backers. Yeah, that's correct. They're not from my former campaign.
Right. You got 5 backers on the holograph tier at $10. You got 11 backers at this holograph tier for the mask Resurgence mask cover. 11 backers on that one. I'm trying to show people how this $37 comes out of 98 backers. Right.
I will tell you that I don't try to make a lot of money. My main cover will cost you $6 before
That's
shipping.
What I'm saying,
I don't try.
right
I don't try to.
Y'all.
I don't try to pad my pocket with this. It's literally my job is to just get my comic out into as many people's hands as I can and let them read about a character that some 10-year-old boy created and carried around in his skull for 37 years and decided at 46 that he was going to make him make a real comic book. And unbeknownst to me, I was going to make one comic book. It blew up. So it launched a universe. And here I am at almost 50 years old, living out my little kid fantasy of literally drawing comic books, you know, and that's everything. You know, I didn't expect it, and I'm certainly not looking to get horse in the mouth. I am very thankful for where I am right now. So for sure.
Well, I started doing this just about 2 years ago. The live shows, the live online con, everything. And way back then, it was like, man, I got a new thing to add to my bucket list. I want to go around it on the floor of a con and actually interview some of you guys live, right?
Yeah.
Got to do it three times now already, man. You know, and it was like, it was like a bucket list thing, you know.
I'm
like,
doing things,
you know.
Me too. I'm doing things I never thought I would be doing. I was Chris and I from Homebrew. We were at a comic convention in his home state of North Carolina, and someone came up to us and asked if we want to be guests on a panel. Like in a million years, I would never have thought that Jason Pharo would be a guest on a Comic-Con panel. You know what I mean? Like that blew my mind. It blows my mind that that people draw my character. Like I would never thought that anyone would want to draw him but me. And it's stuff like that. Yeah. It's just it's that kind of stuff that keeps me humble. You know what I mean? It really helps you because I didn't anticipate any of this. And then
when you have them drawing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you got people drawing
my buddy Jack Sloan, who just had a completed campaign. He's in fulfillment stage now for his book called Colt Razor's Edge. He drew this mug. Is actually in that comic as one of his characters. And I actually was in Burlap from Jesse Bear. I was in the first couple issues of Burlap as the sheriff. So I never thought that would happen. It's crazy stuff.
I got people drawing Crom, all kinds of different people drawing Crom. I actually made NFTs of this one. You know, I mean,
NFTs are hot right now. That's the new jam right there.
But this is the really fun stuff. You got two different creators, two different comics right here. You got Mavericks and Natverse, Tales from the Natverse, and the little guy. Check the little guy underneath.
You see him underneath the beach chair. Yeah, my lifeguard stand. Yeah,
there he is. There's my dude.
Now, I'm from the Jersey Shore, so I know what a good beach looks like, and that's a good beach. So.
Dude, man, and it's like they drew my little dude into their cross promotion print. You know, it's like cool. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, you don't stuff. You don't like expect things like that.
Yeah. And you can't even put into words what that feels like. You know,
another box that was checked for me just at Halloween. My friend Steve, who's on the team, Steve Kennedy, his son insisted that he wanted to be the Convictor for Halloween. So Steve actually made him a full head-to-toe Convictor suit, mask, the whole bit, and he was there for Halloween. So someone's child wanted to be my character for Halloween. It wasn't me or one of my kids. It was some child who lives across the pond in the UK wanted to be the. I'm like, that's some crazy stuff. That's next level for me. It just like every time I think about it, it just knocks me out.
There's also like my co-host on Monday Madness, Rich. He did the Incantessi, and my granddaughter drew some fan art that's in book 2.
That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta love that. Yeah, you gotta love that.
You know, and my grandson has fan art in one of Katrina Roth's books. Okay. You know, I mean, it's good. Like, we just keep passing it around.
Well, that's the thing. Indie comics is all about
costume
community.
Didn't get like noticed by the kids. It got noticed by the adults, right? I mean, I had CromCon that weekend, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was out here. I had 3 different costumes. I did that one night. I did that one night, and I did Alice Cooper.
Yeah,
Now,
of course.
when I did Alice Cooper, the kids come to the door to get candy, right? There's nobody here because our kids are out getting candy, and it's like there's nobody here but me. So I'm like running upstairs during the show to go give candy to kids, right? And I open the door, and the kids are all looking at me all funny, but all the parents in the street are going, Alice Cooper!
Of course. I've actually been to Alice Cooper concerts. It's one of my favorite concerts.
Oh, yes. I've been to a few Owlboy concerts. He's
one hell of a performer.
Yes.
Yeah, but
he's touring with Ace Frehley right now.
I heard that. I've been wanting to catch another one. Now, to drag my wife to it, I don't know if that'll happen. But she's more into Michael Bublé and stuff like that. So, but hey, whatever.
Hey, yeah. Happy house.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Happy spouse. Happy
to be
house.
sure, we share a mutual love of some country bands, so we do go to those together. So we have that. So,
Man, it's great talking to you, Jason. You got 3
man.
days left of this. Do you have plans for your next? What's your next deal, bro?
I do. Like I said, these books are loosely, they're all in order. They're loosely connected, but some of them are directly connected. Like this book, Resurgence, right here. The minute I finish this book, because in the end of Resurgence, I debut the main villain in my Convictor's universe. My Convictor has a true arch nemesis. Right now, he's fought, rogue ninja clans. He's fought a werewolf. He's fought vampires. He's fought gang members. And professional mercenaries, all this stuff. He's never, but this is his true arch nemesis, and he debuts at the end of Resurgence in a major way. And Resurgence, once that I'm done pencils and that's off for colors and that book's done, I'm immediately starting the direct sequel to Resurgence, and that book is called Unhinged. The Convictor Unhinged.
We know people who are unhinged.
Well, and this, I will tell you right now, the main villain of my Convictor comic series is most certainly unhinged. And so I will be debuting him in that book. That book will be all about him, and it will be a direct sequel to this book. And so we're going to launch that in March. So
we have a friend that has a book called Absolute 2, and his name is Jason Bascom, and he is unhinged on Twitter.
Okay.
And his show is, they're Topicless with Death Metal Hero with Luke.
Yeah.
Another music. Dude, there's so many of you guys that got your music and your art like meshing together. Dude, I love that. I love it.
I think there's a major connection between music and comics and just creativity in general. It's one form of creativity to another. So so most definitely.
Let me know when you get the pre-launch with the sign up, the sign up page up. Come out, let us know so we can get as many people on that for the next one as possible. You guys, I'm talking about a $6 comic.
Yeah, I mean, I try to make them as affordable.
Over $100 for dude real quick. Go get a couple of y'all, just go throw a $6 bill at this thing and get it over with.
I tell you, the best value that I have in this is if you're just a person, like when I back a Kickstarter, if I'm going into issue 2, which like this is, right? I don't really number these books, but I treat them like James Bond movies. That's why I have like The Convictor and it's a title. Because it's like I cut my teeth on those kind of movies and like Mac Bolan books, The Executioner, and all those.
Executioner,
the Men from Stony, all those books that I really love those books. So I name more like novellas like that, and so this is book 2. So me as a backer, when I go to a book 2, Krista Crawford is a perfect example of that. She has Wolf and I, and what I was getting it from my daughter for Christmas, and she was on her 3rd book. So I got all the books because I'm very much that. I like to catch up on the series, right?
Yeah, you got to be able to catch up, right?
Right. And I made sure I did that on this because I have Hunter's Moon, because Hunter's Moon does influence this book. What happened in that book, it's written right here on the screen. It does influence. It's in Hunter's Moon, Dracula shifted the moon by 24 hours to manipulate our werewolf character. And those have lasting effects. If you know anything about moon phases, there's lasting effects, and that lasting effects changed the entire world here. The tides are unruly, the weather's crazy, everyone is amped up, everyone's because now, these members of the city have seen werewolves and vampires, things that no one knew really existed. They see monsters. Now everybody is wondering if their end days are coming. So they're just going to try to be the me type of personalities to take things now. And so that's amped up. That amps up the Convictor. The Convictor is an avatar who purges the wicked, right? So everything is up a notch in this book. The best value in this book is the avatar's path. That actually gets you both books, Hunter's Moon and this book, so you can follow along on the Convictor's path as an avatar. I don't try to overprice my bundles. I try to provide value in them. Even just a regular comic is $6. I'm just trying to get my book out there in people's hands, and hopefully they'll enjoy it. That's all. That's my only goal. I don't even factor payment in for me into the budget of this. Look, I don't do that. I just pay my guys.
Gemini mailers.
Of course.
Okay, well, I got a little something for you, brother.
Yes. So
I got a little something for you. Bolt 10 is your 10% discount code.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a picture of that, Pops.
Bolt 10, baby.
Got it. Thank you. Yes, I do. I do use Geminis, especially going international, because I've had some stuff come. Some guys tell me, like, thank God you put it in this mailer, because it looked like it literally went around the country. I mean, went around the world and then some. Yeah, right.
Stickerville got these cool ass bags too.
Yep, I have. Yep,
you can put your logo on and everything.
Yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff out there. So,
weatherproof, baby. You got a Gemini.
That's how you do it. That's what I do. Like I said, when I put my comics, I wrap them in plastic. I board everything. All the comics I send out to you, I promise you they'll come to you boarded.
How many do you have coming to you this month? I gotta ask. How many do you think? Do you think you're gonna have you a little stack arrive during the month of December?
Me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. To the point my wife says me. My wife said,
on Christmas afternoon, after the kids all open their presents, I'm gonna come out here live and open everything that I get between now and then.
Okay, I can say I get
stuff
like
regularly. We're all gonna come out like little kids and open our presents too, right?
Yeah, I get comics because I'm very much like I'm always I back. And if you back me, I will certainly back your project, because I'm that kind of guy. I'm that way, and so I try to be very one-on-one like that. So, but if you I'm not trying to make a buck on this. I'm just trying to get my character out there. So I mean, I'm 49. I want to make these books as long as I can. So I have a lot of story to tell.
The price is right, man. You guys.
Thank you.
This one ain't gonna kill you. This one ain't gonna kill you. $6 plus shipping gets you this book.
I think $6 in shipping. It's $11 total, and you get I think it's a good book. I'm putting my heart and soul into this book, and it is action packed. So
how many backers did you have in book one?
Book one, we had 147.
Okay, see, so look, he's picked up 15 backers, but somewhere down the road, people have forgotten what dude's doing.
Yeah, well,
share the hell out of this, man. Remind everybody that this one's almost over. That's that's key, man. There's a lot of people. I'm Kickstarter. I'm gonna wait till it's closer to the end, so I know I got.
Oh, I know. Me too. Yep.
What's up. So now's the time to push the hell out of it. Everybody, you see it, you share it. Make sure you drop it in madness every morning, so I can do my thing too, man.
Will do, sir. If you like 90s comics, this is your guy. If you like G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles, and my Convictor is very much that type of character. And I love dropping Easter eggs and little nods all through my comics for things that inspire me to make this character, I'm very big on that. My first comic, Hunter's Moon, is loaded with, I have a Ninja Turtle reference in there, a couple of references to the original East Millard Turtles, because that was very big. The reason my character has tassels on his hood is because of the Ninja Turtles. That's why I put him on there as a kid, because I saw that original black and white Ninja Turtle comic, and I was like, these things are awesome. And next thing you know, my character had to have tassels. Had to have mask ties. So
after you back his book, go get you a hat.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I finally got some merch, man. I got
That's good. I saw that. That's cool, man.
I got tired of begging, I got tired of begging. I'm like, I got to be able to give them something back, for the money. It's like, so, hey, if you like what we do, go buy a hat or a coffee cup or something.
Yeah.
Help us keep the bills paid, man.
I am a hat guru. I own a lot of hats and coffee
hat
mugs.
Club, baby. You know what's up.
That's right. Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this as the featured video all the way
sir.
through the end of the campaign.
I appreciate it.
Make sure you drop that link every day in the madness.
Will
I'll
do.
get it up
Will
on
do.
Twitter.
I'm always afraid of spamming, but I upon your recommendation, I will. Thank you.
I do. I tell everybody twice a day, man.
Okay.
And I'll tell
you got it twice a day. Go until now.
I tell everybody, put it up there in the morning. Okay. When you get up before you go to work, whatever, put it up there. Okay. Evening, if you look and that thing's buried already, that you have to go scroll and find it, it's time to put it up again.
Understood.
Now, if it's still right there, there's no reason to drop on top of it. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you have to scroll to find the last one you posted, it's time to put it up again.
Understand.
Nobody scrolls that far back. How far back do you scroll on a
That's
group?
true. No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. No, you are accurate in what you're saying. Yes.
Dude, and I like the feed to move. If everybody posted their book twice a day, that feed would move and everybody would see everything.
And we all got to keep that pesky algorithm happy. So
well, I mean, the group grows. I don't go out and tell, I don't go out and say we're gonna give away some super big badass thing if you join the madness this month.
Gotcha.
Or they come for what the actual content is. That's what I want. So we're doing okay. You guys are doing good.
Yep.
We have some more podcasters coming in so that you guys can find other shows to go on. RJ at Critical Blast. I don't know what his schedule's like this week. You might be able to get on his show. Let's see, Sugar Chris and Sim. Like I said, the morning roast. I don't know what your schedule looks like, but these last 3 days, man, be everywhere. Global frequency.
I'm doing my best. I am, and I'm willing to, even after the campaign ends, I'm still willing to talk about it. So, I got a lot, and
it's not like you don't have a website where people can't still go buy it. So,
Agreed. Yes, sir. That's correct.
Cool. All right, man. It's great talking to you again.
Thank you for getting me on, and Lynn for letting me talk about this crazy character of mine. So,
and next month, CromCon is going to be a 10-minute elevator pitch on the 26th.
Okay.
You come out, you get 10 minutes, you quick pitch.
I'll work on my elevator pitch then. All right.
It's only going to be one day. We're not going to, Christmas Day, like I said, we're going to open our presents, but we're going to, that's all. I'm not going to work on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to work on the elevator pitch anyway.
So. And I don't want to take anybody away from their family too much on Christmas weekend. So 10 minutes, man. Have me a 10-minute spot ready. That's all.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Brother. Thanks, Pops. Take care.
You bet. I'm going to play some more commercials, and then I'm going to get out of here. I got Boo-D coming up here real soon. All right, where did we leave off? After Glenn? Okay, I think. Oh, no, we showed that one because I seen you giggle when I showed this one. I'm going to go ahead and play it again. I seen you go, oh.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
And that was the other thing, man. That was the other thing. Make sure you always send me a spot. Something I could play during the show like that. Little 15 seconds. Boom, replicator, bam, boom, boom.
I've been making a crap ton of videos. I would have done that. I wasn't even thinking about it.
That's something I do. I play the videos.
Yeah. All right.
I'll talk to you again, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Pops.
You bet. And that.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit CB4K